I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kajin Cosplay, and tonight we're back again with you guys with Viking! Episode 4, Season 5.
Last episode was intense! Oh my god! Ivar kind of elevated himself to the rank of Viking Lord, Viking legend, just the leader of the great army, the sole leader sort of, because Ubbe is gone. Ubbe, I love Ubbe, but the last episode, he was stupid. He was hurt, he was angry, and he acted on his jealousy of, you know, the fact that Ivar was the better Viking, sort of. Like, in the eyes of everyone else, he was the best, and Ivar was twisting the knife a little bit too much.
Maybe not the better
in
Viking,
the eyes of the other Vikings.
Maybe the better leader, not the better Viking.
In any case, the other Vikings liked Ivar the most, and Ivar was twisting the knife a little bit too much, and Ubbe made a really dumb decision. He went to Aethelwulf and his gang, and he kind of said, "Hey, we won the first battle, but what do you say about making peace? And just give us our land and we'll be okay." That came out as either, you know what, we won this battle, but there's no way we're gonna win the next, so let's have peace now. Or there's nowhere in hell you're gonna win the next battle because you lost already, so give us the land. So in either scenario, it sounded bad.
Petty offer.
Yeah, it sounded bad. So got beat up, him and Fitzek. And now he's gone because Ivar was basically twisting the knife again. And Ubbe was like, you know what, if you think you can, you know, take the army on your own and without me and Fitzek, I'm just going to leave with my men. Not a lot of people went with him, and even Fitzek stayed back. So it's not looking good for Ubbe. I'm really sad, but at the same time, he was stupid last episode. And Ivar is left with his brother in England to do as he please.
Yeah.
And about the others, is that all? What happened next? Floki is still having a trip in what you guys told us is supposed to be Iceland. So, yeah, that's cool. Did you know?
I didn't know that. I saw one comment that said that, and that's how Floki discovered America, but that doesn't look really like our coast. So.
No, it's people. Most people are saying it's Iceland.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Which it's really cool. But he is, you know, he's still alone, he's still tripping, he's still hallucinating, so drink some water, man. Eat some food. Try to relax a little bit. And aside from that, Astrid is still stuck with King Harold, so yeah. We're just gonna jump in this episode and see what happens next.
Alright.
Let's go. I think I saw Bjorn in the thumbnail. It's been a while since we properly saw Bjorn. Because we had a glimpse of him, but properly being with Bjorn has been, it's been a while. Straight away!
Speaking of the devil.
Bjorn. Bjorn, wake up.
We keep saying Bjorn, but the people say Bjorn. Bjorn. It's been 5 seasons and we haven't said his name right in a single episode. Bjorn.
Yeah.
Those mountains, they mark the entrance to the Mediterranean Sea. I would still urge caution about these lands and peoples. They will not know who you are. And you in turn don't know how strong anyone is in this new world.
I want to go to Rome. Rome is at the center of the map. Rome is the center of the new world.
Not anymore, Bjorn outside. The whole world
It used to be, not nowadays.
No more.
But Rome is still a pretty intense place.
Yeah, it is.
Sad shadow.
Then if not Rome, then where?
There is an island, not so far away.
And what do they call this
Yeah.
interesting island?
Sicily.
Oh. So you come to make us an offer?
They can't refuse. No, it's just that with everything that's going on between the brothers, I'm just like, I have like this Family Guy scene where you break my heart. Where he's trying to kill his brother, and he's like, you break my heart. Sorry. Sorry.
Some of the Romans leave. I had a vision. I saw all the dead bodies of the wicked lying in the street of the great city, for there was no one left to bury them. And I saw that this great city was York. And all those dead bodies were of pagan Northmen. They died because they had nothing to eat and nothing to drink and were walled up in a great city.
Is that what we should do?
Well, that's
Yes.
a great strategist.
Close all roads to York.
What do you say, Father?
I say,
But to be honest,
go on
I'm
over
not
to
that
Oxford.
fan.
Just close the roads, the rivers, passageways that lead to York. We will starve them out. With God's help.
Oh, he will help us, King Aethelwulf. Be assured of it.
I hope so. Because if Ivar comes out, ew. I was wondering where he was going with this vision thing. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be victorious, but after how many defeats? That's what I was thinking. But his plan makes sense.
You're more than ever welcome back to our hearth, Ubbe. We have all heard of the successes of our great army. How you revenge Ragnar's death.
Then you must have heard of Sigurd's death at the hands of Ivar. His challenge to Bjorn that he was the leader of the great army. I want to tell you both. Bjorn Ironside behaved himself throughout with great honor and courage. I love and admire him as a brother. But Ivar is a different story. He tore us apart.
He's gonna try to fight him
As far
back.
as I am concerned, I am not at war with him.
Are they gonna team up?
Let us make a pact.
Oh my god.
I will support you against Ivar if it's a gift. You agreed to support me against King Harold.
You see, that would make me an ally of my mother's killer.
I know. But for the sake of the good folk of Connecticut, can we not be allies?
It's interesting that she... Well, she has no choice. He's powerful, he's got a lot of men. And influence. But she knows she's gonna die at the ends of one of the sons. It could still be Ubbe, you know?
I had hoped that Bjorn...
The hunting party did not return today. I said the hunting party.
what you said.
We're almost out of food. And there is sickness in the town. What are we going to do? We have to do something. The Saxons are in their own country. They can be reinforced and grow stronger, while every day we just grow weaker.
What's he really saying? Huh?
Well, do something.
That I
Think
was
about
strong
it.
enough to negotiate with the Saxons and that Ubbe was right.
Ubbe was wrong. That's why I didn't sail with him.
But now he regrets it.
I just told you no. Ubbe treated me like his little faithful dog.
Kinda true. Yeah, he kind of is. Yeah.
I am no one's dog.
Prove it. But I can understand why Ivar's full of doubts. You shouldn't antagonize him. He stayed behind for you, man. He stayed behind with you. Why are you laughing about him?
Astrid was speaking
Don't
to
piss
me.
him off.
There was nothing...
New place! I like when we see new places! The sets are so cool, by the way. The budget went up.
Very good. Deze Julas esmen stradia. Ara os pragmates esmen apto.
Pragmatis. Of course we are traders. Look how few boats we brought.
Mercury.
Is he gonna buy that?
Deus, pragmatis is
I had to try.
They're gonna like that.
He says, welcome.
He's
Well,
crazy!
we're gonna slit your throat. You are more than welcome, I guess.
No, but I think they're similar in personalities. Maybe he heard about the Vikings and he wanted to see if they were as great as the legend says.
I saw the bodies of the pagans heaped in the streets, dead of disease and starvation. And so it has come to pass. Now surely they are burning their dead.
So, indeed, it seems.
I don't understand. What is it that you do not understand, Itzek?
I don't understand why you pretend to burn the bodies of our dead.
It's part of my plan.
So they will attack, but they're ready.
What plan?
I found something out, Itzek. The Romans were very clever. My plan is based upon what I found out.
What is it? I need to know.
And you will know, my brother. In good time.
I think the plan is genius, sort of, but I feel bad for Fitzek now. I kind of wish he could find his own path and stop being anyone else's dog, like he said.
Yeah.
Hey!
Father, the fight we are heiðrin
It's beautiful.
til landskóðan. Ég veit ekki á hverju. Ég er svo glaður því að ég gæti hlæja allan dag. Án hljóms. Og þetta mjög rænt fyrir mig, sá sem að gema. Njóta þess ódáinsakis einsaman. Einmennskur maður. Ekki ráðinn.
It's gonna bring people.
Ekki að skipta heiðrinni þess staða fyrir andra mennskamenn. Så vil ikke jeg nok være der nære. Herre fader. Vil jeg valgt å ja til því. Við getum byggt borgina gúðrækina. Einn staður og sauðgaður af ókunnum mönnum og af gúðum þeirra. Herre fader. Bless mig og vern mig. Meðan að við var aftur til heimannana fyrir tíma.
This is so nice. Oh, he's gonna start something. Woo!
Astrid, I haven't seen you for many days. You were avoiding me.
Naturally.
Then where are you heading now?
I asked the gods for advice. I thought about my own life, my own ambitions and hopes.
What is your decision?
I agreed to marry you.
Finally! For him. But is she trying to play him?
Good.
She looks up to Lagertha, and we know how Lagertha deals with weddings.
Is this what you want to do? Think carefully. For although the fetters of marriage will be invisible, like the cords that bind Fenrir, they will still bind you. Yes, it's what I want to do. Then we call upon the gods who are gathered invisibly here around us to bless and make fecund this marriage.
The others are probably thinking, finally!
I think that she has an hidden agenda with the flashback I've got of her in Lagertha.
The flashback could be read two ways, so I won't cast judgment now, like, I'll just wait.
Stradie Fimie. Bjornos isitiros. Theri sed erudisse stradie Fimie. Bifume sunandisse don exagos don archion don arvo don zilatana.
Etiago que joy, nice to nevire. What does he say?
That he won't go.
Talo baichen. Kesumelis mei parin. Polakis uk edogas mu orkan. I anir orthos I nun poieses agado petjedes.
She's got something up her sleeve too.
Remi afisos.
Galos.
He has changed his mind. He will come.
To something she said?
Yes. It was something she said.
There's a story here.
They are gone. The Northmen, the ships, they're all gone.
I don't think they are. Man, you're about to face plant solid. This reminds me of Troy. Like they made it seem like they were gone because they were hit by a plague.
Yeah, but they were hiding behind the hills.
No, they were hiding in the horse.
No,
the boats were
behind a hill in the water. You must be so angry. This is a place of God.
Why are the rats above ground?
Maybe because the Vikings are underground. I don't know.
You think? Like in the sewers?
I don't know, maybe.
Did they have sewers back then?
Because he said, well, I mean, why are the rats underground could definitely be a metaphor, you know? Could be like about rats don't belong here, could be about a lot of stuff, but there's definitely something going on. I'm sure Ivar, I know Ivar has something up his sleeve, he said so himself. And pretending that they were dying and they were burning their dead, making it seem like they left, it's all part of his plan. So he wants them to come into the town. He's got a plan to kill them all.
I don't know what the plan is, but I think it's gonna be great.
It's always gonna be great.
I think that when you take a species habitat, they're gonna move to another place. So if they said that the rats are above ground,
could be because they're underground.
Yeah, but did they have sewers back then?
Maybe. I mean, where would the rats be then?
I don't.
And maybe not. Maybe it's not sewers, but I mean hidden places and stuff. I don't know, but they are definitely hiding somewhere, and they're gonna attack back. He's not gonna let York go.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be weak, so he will fight back for sure. Like it's not even a question here. We know they are planning something. We just don't know what and how intense and amazing it's gonna be. But we know something is gonna happen. What I hate actually about this is that Vitzek is staying in the dark. I know, like. It's probably because if he knew, we would know too, you know, Ivar is being all secretive. Because we're not supposed to know what he's planning, but I hate that Fitzek is basically his brother.
Yeah.
You want him to stay by your side, he stayed loyal to you, he left Ubbe. Don't treat him like Ubbe used to treat him before, you know? Don't be so mean to your brother, don't make fun of him with your guys. I know Ivar is happy to be in charge, and he likes to, you know, remind his brother of that over and over again. You know, oh, you know what? I'm the better Viking. You know, I'm the one that is controlling everyone, and people are listening to me without asking questions. So you should do the same. Have faith in me. And it's really realistic how Ivar doubts everything that Vitzek is going to say. Because not only was he about to betray him, because he went with Ubbe at first, so he's going to be like, oh, are you sure you're not doubting what you're saying? And he's making it sound like mean, but deep down I think Ivar is just afraid that his brother is going to go back on his word and leave.
Yeah, but Ivar is not making it easy.
No, I know. And I feel like there's also the fact that since he's been a cripple his entire life, he always assumes that people are going to see him as a lesser man, you know? So every time, like he's saying like, oh, why don't you trust me? Because I'm a cripple? Because you think I can do it? And like, he said nothing of that. You didn't say anything that sounded remotely like what you're insinuating, but
since he's used to it, he expects people to believe it and act upon it.
And I mean, we've all been there. Maybe not with that mindset, but we all had these insecurities. At least I know I had insecurities like that, where I'm going to assume people are reacting a certain way just because other people have been reacting the same way before, and you get insecure with that. I feel like this is how Ivar is feeling deep down, but he's making it sound so... He's being cruel to Fitzer. He's being, like, inconsiderate, and sadly, I fear that, you know, some of you guys were saying that, and I agree, when Ivar was, you know, talking to his brothers when they were leaving, and he was sort of being mean to them, but it was basically his pain at being abandoned, because he never wanted his brothers to leave. He wanted to keep them by his side. He just wanted to prove them that he was capable of being on the same level as them. And it turned into, you know what, just trust me, because I think I have the better plans. I have the better capabilities. And it's true, he's pretty good. But and he was hurt that they were leaving. But, and I totally agree with that. But sadly, I feel like because of his insecurities, because of how he lashes out, he's just gonna push them away even more. He did it with Ubbe.
The thing with Ivar is like, yes, he's a great strategist. Yes, he does have the better plans, but he's shitty at communicating with his brother. Communication, yeah, sorry. He doesn't know how to say what he's thinking and how to say it well.
Yeah.
He always come up like aggressive and.
You know, when I saw a comment, I think it was today actually, but I saw a comment saying that Ivar reacts a certain way with women and a very different way with men. And it's true, because I feel like he's at his most vulnerable with women, because he can't make love to them, you know, he can't be a man with them, and he knows that they see a cripple when they look at him, you know. He can't prove himself to them, because what they need as women is a man, which is something he can't own up to, you know. But when he's with men, he has to prove himself on the battlefield, and that he can do, that he's good at. So when he's with the guys, he's not vulnerable. He tries so much not to show vulnerability. I feel like it's what's gonna push everyone away from him. Not the Vikings, you know, the one that look for a leader, because they look for someone strong that is gonna prove himself and lead them.
Close to him.
Yeah, like the family.
Family, friends.
And Vitzek is not, you know, without, not blame, but he's not without his struggle either. Yeah, he's, what, is he the second brother? Third brother?
Second.
He's the second.
Well, if you don't count Bjorn.
Yeah.
Ubbe, Sigurd.
You know, and Sigurd was his own guy, but let's take like Ivar's Vitzek and Ubbe. Ubbe is the firstborn, so there's a lot of expectations that come with that. And Ivar was mom's favorite. He's the little brother, you know, he's the one that, because he's a little brother, he might not have all the expectations of the older brother, but he gets cared for more than the middle guy, you know, the guy that's born second. You know about that.
The feeling.
You know the feeling. But sadly, it's a reality. It's not true. Like, the parents love all their children, but usually when you're the middle child, or in his case the second born, you have to basically live next to your bigger brother, your older brother or older sister, and live up to the expectations. Like, whatever the first brother or first sister did, you kind of have to do better, or at least do just as good, or otherwise you're going to be judged. And you're not cared for as much as the last one, you know? So I feel like Vitzek is really struggling to find his own path. And like he said, he felt like he was always following Ubbe like a little dog. And now Ivar is in control. He's in charge of everything, and he's not giving him anything. He's not telling him his plans. He's not giving him proof that he respects him.
In a way, I can understand why he doesn't tell it to Vitzek.
Why?
Because one, we don't need to know the plan for first of all, and second, I think that's for Ivar is way to keep being in control and have the upper end, like to be to have the most power in the situation. Because since he's the only one to know the plan, people are gonna follow him and gonna trust him that we're gonna succeed at the end of it. But if everybody knows the plan, I know the plan, I can do it, I don't need your help to do it.
I think it's about not trust, but if maybe he doesn't want to be how can I say that? Okay, I think that he expects people to tell him he's gonna fail. He expects people to underestimate him a lot. So maybe not telling the plan. It's both like an anger thing. Like, why are you asking me what my plan is? Don't you trust me? Like I said, like don't you think I can do this? Like, have faith in me. He's trying to prove himself this way.
Yeah.
And there's also the fact that he doesn't want people to start picking at his plans and stuff because he knows it's going to succeed and he can prove himself a lot by just doing things.
I love the thing that the series told Lagertha in this episode. Like
we're completely shifting.
No, I know,
places.
but it's related. It's related. It's related. Knowledge is agony, but knowledge is also power.
Knowledge is definitely power. We're bringing a little finger into this, but yeah. Knowledge is power, but it's not the same type of knowledge. But yeah,
no, I know.
Let's leave like Ivar for a second and go with Lagertha because it was interesting this episode. Her and Ubbe teaming up. It's interesting because Lagertha is such a believer. You know, she was told that she was gonna die at the hands of one of Ragnar's son, and I know that she believes it for sure. She expects it to happen, but she's still. It's interesting because she's teaming up with one of the brothers, and this guy could definitely be the one that kills her. He's one of the sons, so it's interesting.
Well, at least she's gonna die at the end of an ally, if that's the end of it. If that comes to it.
Well, she said she's so sick of betrayals, and I understand. It's true that in her life she's been betrayed by a lot of people, but she also betrayed a lot of people. You know, take the blame, woman. You did some bad stuff too.
Well, that's another thing. People don't tend to take responsibility for what they did.
I mean, Lagertha expects people to. I mean, she trusts people around her, and she expects the people that she trusts to trust her back. And to hear like, what's her name, Margaret, talk behind her back, like she switched so fast. Like she went from I trust you completely to let's betray her. So I really didn't. Well, not that I didn't like it, but I saw Siggy in her. You know, I saw a woman that's looking for opportunities, someone that was a slave before and doesn't want to lose anymore. She doesn't want to be on the losing
bottom.
side and at the bottom. So she's looking for a strong ally, and she saw weakness in Lagertha. And now that she's married to Ubbe and she has friends in high places, she can definitely play the game or try to play the game. But sadly, Lagertha knows
doesn't have
about
the backbone to help her though.
I mean, she just came. I mean, not just help her, but betray her and stuff. Like she's not fit for this because Lagertha went in her face and she wasn't even threatening, but she started crying right away, and I'm like, what did you expect? Like she assumes that someone is gonna betray her now. Like Astrid's gone and married to King Harald now.
Yeah.
And I think Lagertha was betrayed by Ragnar. She was betrayed by her advisor, whose name I forgot, but she tried to marry the guy, you remember? And she killed him. It's true that she's rarely the one that betrays first.
Rollo betrayed them too.
Yeah, everyone betrayed her. And she betrays back, but she usually is not the one that starts it. So I understand why she has trust issues, and she would expect someone to do that, especially someone that she's not really close to and has a husband that goes against Lagertha, basically, because being the wife of one of the sons of Ragnar, while Lagertha is not fighting, but not on the good side of the sons of Ragnar, it's dangerous. So, yeah. Before she was just sleeping with them, but now that she married one of them, there's potential in betraying Lagertha and becoming queen and king of
I think that the thing with Margaret is like she seems to be the type of woman who wants to be with the man or the one that can protect her the most.
Yeah, that's what we were saying a lot of episodes ago. Before she married Ubbe, and we were like, who is she gonna go with, Fitzek or Ubbe? We were saying she would probably go with the one that can protect her most. So now Lagertha is showing weakness, so she can't protect her as well as someone else could. So let's betray her.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that, but which is why I like that Lagertha found out right away. Like I like that it didn't go further. I'm really interested. Well, it didn't go further. She still had like a conversation with Ubbe, and she's trying to convince him to take over. So there's still that.
And that speech. Oh, I'm glad that Visser didn't come back because you're the man that I married. You're my husband, and he's a traitor. Girl, you were willing to be shared with.
And he's the one that came back, So what would be the speech if Fitzek had come back?
Oh, I'm glad that you came back because I didn't trust my husband.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, I feel like she could change sides so quick.
She's a two-faced girl, seriously.
I don't trust her, so. And Ubbe, I don't know what he's gonna do, but it's in their own interest to help each other, for sure, because right now Lagertha needs to deal with Harald. and Ubbe apparently wants to deal with Ivar. So sadly, I hate brothers against brothers. I hated the whole Rollo Ragnar thing that went on forever.
Yeah.
It destroyed me. It killed me. It broke my heart.
It's happening again.
It's happening again, damn it. But I'm
But-
interested in how Ubbe is going to react. A lot of you guys were saying that it hit him hard, you know, the whole losing your army to Ivar, and you thought you were in control, and you thought you had the best plan and the better strategy, but it turned out that you clearly didn't. So I wonder how he's going to go at it next.
Yeah.
Anyway, all the brothers
It's true
are
that
lost.
Unless you got really, really faithful and loyal soldiers, your soldiers are tend to follow the stronger man, or the one that they know that's gonna succeed with.
Well, they all have their own agenda. Like, they all want to be, not celebrities, but they want to be legends. They want to make a name for themselves.
Celebrities, like Star System magazine.
Exactly. No, but they want to prove themselves, because otherwise, like, what will they have to show when they go to Valhalla, you know?
True.
And Ubbe was offering all of them farming lands. He's so much like his dad, but another one of you guys mentioned in the comments that the difference between Ubbe and Ragnar was that even though Ragnar had his own agenda, and he was nice, and he wanted to protect the kids and the innocents and stuff, he hid it well. You know, first season, I think, or second season,
Yeah.
he protected a kid. He saw, like, an English kid, and he was saying, like, stay hidden. He hid that. Like, he did not say out loud, let's not kill children because I want to protect the innocent. No, he knew that the people would not react well to him trying to save a Christian, so he hid that side of him. So when he was facing the Vikings, he was a true Viking king, and when he was on his own, or, you know, when people were not looking at him, he would do stuff differently, which is why I think he's such a legend now. That's why people love him, even though he did a lot of bad stuff, and a lot of lies came up in the last few days before he died. People still see Ragnar as, like, this incredible guy and this incredible legend, and I feel like Ubbe has his heart on his sleeve too much, and when you're in a Viking society, it doesn't go well to be too soft.
Well, maybe not just a Viking society, but just a warrior society.
A warrior society, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of society, I'm really excited. Just saying, I'm really excited about Floki bringing people to apparently Iceland and making his own town, starting something. Like, Rollo became, like, he started Normandy, so basically, like, his legacy is gonna be over there. I like that we're insinuating that Floki is gonna start something. Maybe not his legacy, but he's gonna start something in Iceland.
I'm just glad that we just heard new towns named like Byzantium and places that we basically learn in history classes.
We heard the names. It's nice because it's the legends being written. It's the story. I mean, however accurate this is, it's still a drama. It's still a story, and it's still fiction for a lot of stuff that's happening. But it's still great to hear the names. It's almost like we're you know, when you watch a show that you really enjoy and they do a prequel, and you hear how Better Call Saul, for example. We watched Breaking Bad, and then we watched Better Call Saul, and as we watch Better Call Saul, and we see how the stuff we enjoyed so much in Breaking Bad came to be, we have this feeling that we can't really explain, but it's a really nice feeling, and it's the same here. Except it's not like creating a show that we've watched already. It's just creating history.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for history. I don't remember a lot about history, but when I go to places, like when I went to Rome and I saw the ruins, I freaked out. I freaked out the same watching the Colosseum as I did watching a rock on the ground. It's the same to me. It's history. It's got baggage. It's got weight, and I love it. So to see it all come true and just be created and hear stuff that we know or we heard about, it's really cool.
What do you think that does deal with the Christian girl, the nun, who's kept as a prisoner? She seemed to have a lot of power.
She's something else, and I feel like there's definitely a story, and I feel like she's also planning something. Almost the same as Astrid, like she's playing the game in order to come out the winner at the end, you know?
Well, she seems to have...
she was speaking to a spy.
She's speaking to a spy, yeah. But she seems to have a good position
Well, if he was fascinated with her and he stole her because she was beautiful and enchanting and just mesmerizing, of course, like, no, even though to me, it seems like she's a prisoner, she still has power over this guy. He took her for a reason, so she's using that power. I still don't know what their deal is. I still don't know what he promised her or how this came to be. But just looking at her, it's clear that she's got a plan. Like, she wants to do something for a reason. She heard that they wanted to meet that guy, and right away she was like, I want to go. So of course there's something in it for her. We'll see. And last but not least, Astrid, I wanted to say that flashback could be taken several ways. Either she thinks about Lagertha and she's like, I'm about to betray the woman I claim to love, you know, the woman I looked up to. Yeah. And she has to deal with the guilt, but she truly wants it, which was a fear of mine when this all started and when Harold was saying, like, oh, you want it, you want the power. I was afraid that she did want the power and she wanted to be in a position of strength and she would take it for that. It could also be, like you said, like she is thinking about the woman that she loves and she has to do this, lie to the gods, lie to everyone and pretend to love this man or at least want to be his wife in order to come back to this. Yeah. It could be both because they were not in a good place before she left and she was already, you know, sleeping with Bjorn before that, so I don't know how the situation between Lagertha and her is. So I'm still not sure. Same as Margaret. Like, I'm not gonna say I know where this is going, because I don't, but this could go both ways still. I sure hope it's because she's manipulating him. I kind of feel great about him finally having a wife, but he stole her, and he's been manipulating people and planning to take them down for several episodes now, so I'm like, you kind of deserve to be hit back. We'll see. I really hope that she wants to go
though,
back.
Because we know that King Harold plans to attack Kattegat in the future. Yeah. I don't know when exactly, but since now that Astrid is his wife, she's gonna have to fight with him, right? So,
that's the idea.
She's gonna fight against Lagertha.
Yeah, we'll have to see where this is going, how she reacts. If she's playing the game, or if she wants it for herself, we'll wait and see. And Lagertha's gonna fight right back. She's got Ubbe. I think she's gonna have Ubbe's support.
Well, they do have a common enemy, because Ivar wants to take back Kattegat, and Aethelwulf wants to conquer Kattegat.
Ivar is nowhere near Kattegat
right now. In the future, he wants to kill Lagertha and take back what is his, which is Kattegat. Basically. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the future he proposed a deal with Harold to maybe be allies and conquer Kattegat together.
Well, yeah, but Lagertha was saying, let's make a deal together. I will help you against Ivar if you help me against Harold. Yeah. So he could make a deal with Harold, but he's gonna get backstabbed anyway because Harold wants to be king of all Norway. So there's no deal there for Harold, at least. And there is a deal to be made with Lagertha, but it means making a deal with his mom's killer. Ouch. What do you want most, Ubbe? Decide. Anyway, it's a fucking long conversation. We're gonna move on.
Alright, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's on Patreon already, or it will be really soon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
Yep, don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, and if there was the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be soon. Yeah. So see you then, guys.
Bye.